Hey everyone, it's Epoch here, and welcome to my entry into this week's comic book cover challenge set by Allan at Comic Collector Geek. This week's theme is sexy girl covers, so I've looked into my personal comic book collection and picked out 10 covers that have sexy girls on the cover. I did have to whittle this down a little bit because I have quite a few covers in that category, so hopefully in the future there will be a follow-up to this challenge or a sequel to this challenge either later this year or next year or whenever. And I've also tried to pick out 10 covers that I haven't used in previous challenges. So let's take a look at the 10 covers that I've picked out featuring sexy girls. The first cover I've picked this week is The Amazing Spider-Man number 15. I forget which volume of Amazing Spider-Man this is. But here on we have this lovely kind of painted cover here of issue 15, and on the cover we have Mary Jane Watson as the new Iron Spider. She has the Iron Spider costume on there, and it just looks really good. It's really a good sexy girl cover. So that's Amazing Spider-Man number 15. The number 9 spot this week goes to Riptide number 1 from Image Comics. This is a Rob Liefeld cover, as you might be able to tell by the sort of slightly disproportionate legs there to the girl's body. But it does look really good. It is a really kind of good cover, a good sexy woman cover. So that's Riptide number 1 by Rob Liefeld. And at number 8 this week, we have Inglorious Rex number 1 from Nine Lives Comics. This is a crowdfunded comic by Shane Davis, probably most famous for Superman F1 and some other stuff at DC. So here we have the variant cover. So this is the 24-hour variant cover. So you're only able to order this within the first 24 hours of the campaign, and I think it was dropped occasionally for an hour here or there throughout the duration of the campaign. So it's one of the more limited Inglorious Rex covers, and for good reason as well. It's really a cool cover. We have the character here, Anatomic, on the cover, just kind of looking sexy. She's kind of plugging into our Rex machine. It's called the I guess it's a booty cover or a tail lights cover, as some people would call it. So that's Inglorious Rex number 1. And at number 7, we have Mega City 909 number 3, which is another kind of booty cover or tail lights cover, if you will. Here the lady's clothes here pretty much been blasted off in the gunfight that she's just had. This is a cover by Hyung Tae Kim. So it's just a really cool kind of anime looking cover. It's just a really fun series here. And here we have a Mega City 909 number 3 with another sexy woman on the cover. Next up this week we have Shi Rikishi number 1, which is another kind of great cover here. On the cover we have Shi kind of a bow and arrow there instead of her kind of a usual sword staff kind of thing. And she's naked on this cover as well, but it's very tasteful. It's very artful. And this is another great cover drawn by She creator Billy Tucci, who's done kind of many great images of his character over the years. And this one is no exception. So that's Shi Rikishi number 1. And at number 5 this week, we have Spider-Man and the Black Cat, The Evil That Men Do, number 1, which is the first issue in a 6-issue miniseries. It took quite a long time to come out. It was written by Kevin Smith, and he kind of delayed a bit with this one. But we have this beautiful cover here of kind of Felicia Hardy in her Black Cat costume, done by Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson. And this particular copy that I'm showing today is signed by both of them. I picked it up years ago on one of the shopping networks. So it's a Dynamic Forces one, so it's a limited one. It's number 765 of 1979. Of course, 1979, 1979, the year that Black Cat first appeared. So that's kind of cool. But I just always loved this cover, this Black Cat cover. I got 2 copies of this as well. I have like a non-signed copy as well, because it's such a great cover. So yeah, that's Spider-Man and the Black Cat, The Evil That Men Do, number 1. And at number 4 this week, we have the Vampirella Pin-Up Special, which has this kind of gorgeous cover here by Adam Hughes. It's more of painted style for him. It's just a really great cover, and none of these sexy women comic book covers challenges would be complete without an issue of Vampirella, just because she's so iconic. This cover image as well features as like a double spread pin up in the middle as well, which is still intact in this one. It's not been pulled out. But this issue is just full of pin ups by different artists capturing Vampirella over the years, and it's just a great cover there by Adam Hughes. So that's the Vampirella pin up special. In third place this week, we have Harley Quinn Volume 4, Number 8. This is the variant cover by Derek Chew. And Derek Chew is fastly becoming one of my favourite artists at the moment, and I especially love the way that he renders Harley. He always does a great Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy here on this cover is no exception as well. Just two sexy women hanging out, having the time of their lives, looking great. So it's such a great cover by Derek Chew. He does a lot of great covers, and it was hard to choose with some of the covers I have of his, but this one really sings to me. I really like this one. So that's Harley Quinn Volume 4, Number 8, the Derek Chew variant. The number 2 spot this week goes to Painkiller Jane, number 2. This is by Amanda Conner, of course, one of my favourite artists, so I couldn't not include Amanda Conner on Amanda Conner's art on this list. And I just love this cover to Painkiller Jane, number 2. I would have shown this cover way back when we did the bikini challenge, but I never had it at the time. It was just one I'd always wanted to get, and I finally got it. Got a wee while ago. So yeah, I just really love this Painkiller Jane cover, and Jane just looks amazing on this cover. It's probably one of the best rendered Painkiller Jane covers. And a bikini as well with the skulls on it just means you just know there's trouble coming with this one. So yeah, it's a really fun one. So that's Painkiller Jane number 2. And my number 1 pick this week is Gun Honey Blood for Blood number 1. This is the variant cover by Stanley Lau, aka Art Germ. Art Germ's done so many great covers over the last few years. I've got quite a few of them in my collection. So again, it was hard to whittle them down, but this one that came out in 2022 is certainly one of my favourites from him. It's just a great cover. Gun Honey looking amazing there on the cover. So yeah, it's just a really good one. So definitely check out more of Art Germ's covers. And this is just one that I really like. Gun Honey, Blood for Blood, number 1. So that was my entry into this week's comic book cover challenge set by Allan at Comic Collector Geek. This week's theme was, of course, sexy girl covers. So if you'd like to take part, then just have a look through your personal comic book collection and pick out 10 covers that feature sexy women on the cover and show them off to the community. With your video, if you use the hashtags sexy girl covers and hashtag Friday Comic Challenge, that way everyone in the community can get a look at the covers, have a look at your video and get a look at the covers that you have. And you never know, might see something that they want to pick up for their own collection. And if you're checking out everyone else's videos, you might see something you want to pick up for your own personal collection. If you'd like to check out some of my previous entries into the comic book cover challenge, then please click on this playlist. It's linked here at the side. And otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.